Hello guys, I am Ambu Karthik from Avi College of Engineering, and I have worked on a project using HPC systems. The project's title is Implementation of Generative Adversarial Networks in HPC Systems using GNN Bundle. So we can start with the question of what are GANs? So GANs stands for Generative Adversarial Networks, and these are a pair of models which behave as adversaries to each other in order to compete and generate new data. So there's a discriminator model which is given real and fake images in order for it to learn to distinguish between real and fake data, whereas the generator model generates randomness and generator gives input to discriminator in order to train itself, and so the discriminator gets better at classifying fake information and the generator gets better at generating very similar information to the data that is given to it. So my implementation was to make this GANs work on HPC systems in order to maybe generate new images or even generate fraudulent transactions in a future perspective. So it has used this bundle called GNN Bundle, which stands for Generalized Neural Network Bundle, developed on HPC systems. This utilizes the HPC system's multi-node core processing capability by treating each node of the cluster as a thread of processing. So even though it uses Python in the backend, multiple nodes are used so as to make the processing of a neural network much faster. So GANs are a little bit faster in HPC systems as compared to on typical Python environment, and the more the nodes, the better. The data processing, which is immense when it comes to GANs because we need to give a lot of data for it to train appropriately, is also very good because of HPC systems and how it's made. The implementation mainly was done by using a certain weight transfer mechanism. In GNN Bundle, every neural network is treated as a separate entity. There's no relation set between it, and you can't append one to another exactly. So due to GANs working in a connected model of sorts, I had to use a separate kind of implementation where I had to make three different models: the generator, the discriminator, and the combined. The combined model on this picture here shows how the weights are transferred. So weights in a neural network are the memory of a neural network which stores the training part of all of it. So how much ever is trained is stored in the weights, and this is what is used for prediction of neural network. So there's a combined model at each epoch in the beginning, and this combined model gives its weights to generator and discriminator, and the generator does its own processing, does its own training, and the discriminator also does its own training. Now these both is given to the new combined model, and then it's fed back in the next iteration. So this small logic that I have implemented in each iterations makes it possible for GANs to be implemented, and this is what I call as weight transfer mechanism in GANs. So after this implementation, I got successful results, and this can be seen over here. So the image over here in conclusion is the actual MNIST dataset that I tested on. This is the real MNIST numbers where there's a black background and the numbers are written in white. These are handwritten data numbers. And I tested two different models which were previously made in Python by me, and I tried it out on HPC systems with the bundle I made. And there's a simple GAN model which uses purely dense layers to generate data, and purely dense layers produced very similar numbers. These look a lot like the MNIST dataset, and they were successful. And then the deep convolutional GAN model uses deep convolutional neural networks to generate numbers, and these numbers are a lot more unique in nature, and they tend to give a more uniqueness to the whole dataset, and they look very similar again to the MNIST dataset itself. And that has been my presentation. Thank you very much.